Elon Musk is known around the world for his incredible accomplishments, launching rockets into space, creating electric cars, and even working on artificial intelligence. He's a visionary, a man who has dedicated his life to pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But his latest story is not about rockets, cars, or technology. It's a story about something much bigger, something that will inspire millions and make people rethink their beliefs, their purpose, and even their understanding of life itself. This is a story about faith, about God, and about how an encounter with the divine can change the course of a person's life. Elon Musk, a man often seen as a pioneer of science and technology, recently shared a deeply personal experience. It's a story that caught many by surprise, even those who know him best. You see, despite his remarkable achievements, Elon has always been someone who questions everything. He looks for logical answers, scientific explanations, and practical solutions. So when he shared that he had experienced a profound spiritual encounter, it left many wondering, why him? Why now? And what did this encounter mean? But before we dive into the details, let's first ask, what led to this moment? Elon, like many of us, had moments of quiet reflection, moments where he paused everything around him to think and ponder about life. It was in one of these moments, a time when the world seemed to slow down for just a brief second, that something extraordinary happened. Elon wasn't surrounded by the usual distractions of his busy life. No meetings, no emails, no phone calls, just quiet. And that's when it happened. It wasn't just a fleeting thought. It was something much more powerful. It was a presence, a feeling, a voice. And the voice spoke. Imagine the life of a man like Elon Musk. He's always thinking, always calculating, always planning the next big thing. His mind is focused on achieving the impossible. Yet, in this one moment, all of that stopped. All of his scientific knowledge, all of his technical prowess, all of his ambition, was paused. It's in this quiet that Elon felt something greater than himself. It was as if the universe had spoken to him directly. He described it as a pause that he had never experienced before. A silence so deep, it seemed to pull him out of the everyday chaos and into a place of stillness. It was during this time that he felt a presence, an overwhelming sense of peace and clarity. And then, a voice. The voice said, "You have been chosen to bring light where there is darkness. You will be a part of something far greater than yourself." Elon Musk admits that at that moment, he wasn't sure what to make of it. A man who's used to dealing with facts and figures, a man who thrives on understanding how things work, was suddenly thrust into something beyond his comprehension. Something spiritual. Something he couldn't explain. For someone like Elon, who has always believed in the power of science, the idea of hearing a divine voice might seem strange. And yet, he didn't dismiss it. He didn't immediately reject it. Something about that moment felt real to him. In fact, it felt as though it was exactly what he needed to hear at that moment in his life. But there was more. The voice didn't just stop at those few words. It continued, sharing something more profound, more meaningful, and more powerful than anything Elon had ever experienced before. As the days passed after that initial encounter, Elon couldn't forget the voice. It lingered in his mind, urging him to reflect, to ask questions, to search for answers. It wasn't an experience he could easily shake off. And then, days later, it happened again. This time, the voice was even clearer. The message was more direct. "Share this with the world," the voice said. "Tell them that the light is within them. Tell them they are not alone. Remind them of the power of faith and love." For Elon Musk, these words hit him in a way that nothing in his life had before. He began to reflect on the deeper meaning of his work, his purpose, and his place in this world. He had spent so much of his life focused on changing the world through science and technology. But this was different. This message wasn't about technology or innovation. It was about people. It was about humanity. Elon explained that Jesus was not just speaking to him, Jesus was speaking to all of us. The message was clear. We are all connected, and we all have the ability to bring light into the world. But the light wasn't something outside of us. It was something inside of us. Jesus, through Elon's experience, was sharing something deeply powerful. The importance of love, the power of faith, and the reminder that we are not alone. These weren't just words to Elon, they were a call to action. A reminder that, no matter who we are or what we've done, we all have the capacity to create positive change. One of the biggest questions that people have asked after hearing about Elon's experience is, why Elon? Why would Jesus choose someone like him, someone who is so focused on the material world, on technology, on the future of humanity, to deliver such a message? The answer might lie in the unique position Elon Musk holds in the world. He's a visionary, someone who has the ability to shape the future. His reach extends far beyond the walls of his companies. He has millions of followers who look to him for inspiration, for guidance, and for hope. By speaking to Elon Musk, Jesus knew that his message could reach far and wide, touching hearts and minds across the globe. But it wasn't just about Elon's influence, it was about what he represented. Elon is a man who, despite his success, remains deeply human. He's not perfect. He's faced failures, setbacks, and doubts. And yet, he continues to push forward, believing in the power of innovation and the potential of humanity. By giving this message to someone like Elon, Jesus was sending a powerful reminder. No one is too big or too small to hear the voice of faith. Elon Musk's story did not end with him. When he shared his experience with the world, the reaction was immediate. It didn't matter whether people were religious, spiritual, or non-believers, everyone had an opinion. Some people were skeptical, some were inspired, and many were simply curious. But one thing was clear. This story sparked something inside of people. People from all walks of life began discussing faith, spirituality, and the deeper questions of life. Elon Musk's story wasn't just about one man's encounter with the divine, it became a conversation about the power of belief, about the importance of looking beyond the material world, and about what it means to truly connect with something greater than ourselves. For many, Elon's experience was a wake-up call. It was a reminder that no matter how much we focus on science, technology, and material achievements, there's always something bigger at play. A higher purpose, a greater force, a connection to the divine. And for those who felt disconnected or lost, Elon's story was a reminder that they are not alone. Elon Musk himself said, "It's not about me. It's about the message. It's about what we can do together to bring more light into the world." And for millions of people, that message resonated. The core message that Jesus shared with Elon Musk was simple, yet powerful. The light is within you. Each and every one of us has the potential to make a difference, to bring light into the darkness, and to help others along the way. This isn't just a religious or spiritual message, it's a message for all of humanity. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you believe. The message is about unity, about love, about sharing our light with others. In a world that often feels divided and chaotic, these words are a reminder that we can all play a role in creating a better world. The power of love, kindness, and faith can heal wounds, bridge gaps, and bring people together. It's not about waiting for someone else to take action. It's about recognizing that each of us has the ability to contribute to the greater good. So, what does this story mean for us? What should we take away from Elon Musk's experience with Jesus? The message is clear. Each of us has a light within us, and that light has the power to change the world. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing to share love, kindness, and faith with others. It's about finding our purpose and using our gifts to make the world a better place. Elon Musk's story isn't just about one person's encounter with the divine. It's about all of us. It's about recognizing that no matter how big or small we are, we all have the potential to make a difference. So, what will you do with your light? Will you share it with the world, or will you let it fade? This is not just Elon Musk's story. It's yours too. It's mine. It's all of ours. Let's take this message and turn it into action. Let's make the world a brighter, kinder, and more loving place for all. After hearing Elon Musk's story and reflecting on the message Jesus shared with him, the question that naturally arises is, what now? What do we do with this newfound understanding of light, love, and faith? How can we, in our daily lives, live out the lessons that Jesus conveyed to Elon? The truth is, it's easy to be overwhelmed by the enormity of the world and the problems that surround us. Every day we are faced with challenges, both big and small. But this story offers a simple yet powerful call to action, to spread light where there is darkness. It doesn't require grand gestures or dramatic changes in our lives. Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness can have the most profound impact. Whether it's offering a smile to a stranger, helping a neighbor in need, or simply listening when someone needs to talk, we all have the ability to share light. Jesus' words to Elon Musk were not meant to remain a private message. They were meant to inspire us all to think about how we can contribute to a greater purpose. Imagine if each person in the world took one small step toward kindness, compassion, or understanding. The ripple effect would be immeasurable. In practical terms, this means asking ourselves each day, how can I bring light into the world today? It could be in our relationships, our work, or even our internal mindset. The act of choosing love over hate, understanding over judgment, and patience over frustration can change everything. Elon Musk, for all of his scientific brilliance, has acknowledged that this message isn't something that can be explained or measured in terms of logic or innovation. It's a message that transcends our understanding of the world. But that's what makes it so powerful. It's simple, it's universal, and it's accessible to all. The ripple effect of Elon Musk's story and the message he shared with the world has already begun to take root. From the moment he spoke about his encounter, people around the globe began reflecting on their own lives, their beliefs, and their actions. But what if this was just the beginning? What if the simple message of faith, love, and light could spark a global movement, one that unites people from all walks of life? When Elon Musk shared his story, he didn't just share a personal experience. he ignited a conversation that transcended borders, religions, and cultures. People from different backgrounds and belief systems began to see the message as universal. Whether or not they identified with a specific religion, they recognized the importance of love, faith, and unity. Imagine a world where people didn't focus on what divided them, but on what united them. A world where differences in opinion were met with understanding rather than anger, where the focus was on collaboration, not competition. This is the kind of world that the message Elon received from Jesus encourages us to create. For a long time, humanity has been caught up in the race for power, wealth, and status. But what if the true power lies not in what we can accumulate for ourselves, but in what we can give to others? What if true success is measured not by how much we have, but by how much we give? As we reflect on this message, we must ask ourselves how it affects us personally. The first step toward bringing light into the world is to start with ourselves. True change begins from within. Jesus' message to Elon Musk was a call to action for him to reconsider his life's work and his role in the world. But it wasn't just a message for him. It was a message for everyone, every single person who is willing to listen, reflect, and grow. Personal transformation starts with a shift in perspective. It's about recognizing that each of us has the power to make a difference, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. It's about choosing to act with kindness, patience, and love, even when it's hard. This personal transformation doesn't have to be dramatic or overnight. It happens in small steps, in daily choices. It happens when we choose to act out of compassion, when we forgive those who have wronged us, and when we let go of bitterness and resentment. Elon Musk's story challenges us all to ask, how can I become a better person? It's not about striving for perfection, it's about striving for progress. And every step we take toward becoming better versions of ourselves brings more light into the world. One of the most inspiring aspects of this story is that it shows us the potential for change, not just through large-scale movements or organizations, but through the actions of a single individual. Elon Musk is a global figure, but his story isn't just for those who are influential or well-known. It's for every single person who feels moved to share their light with the world. We often underestimate the power of small acts. A kind word to a struggling friend, a moment of patience in a stressful situation, or an act of generosity to a stranger can create waves of change that we may never even fully see. Jesus' words to Elon were about more than just individual transformation, they were about collective action. Each of us has the ability to create a ripple effect, to influence those around us, and to spread love and kindness throughout the world. When you choose to act with love and faith, you are not just changing your life, you are changing the lives of those around you. And those small changes can add up to something extraordinary. A revolution, not of force, but of kindness and light. As we move forward, it's essential to understand that living with purpose means aligning our actions with our core belief. The message Jesus shared with Elon Musk wasn't about grand gestures, but about living authentically and staying true to our higher purpose. It's not just about knowing what's right, it's about embodying that knowledge through our actions. Purpose isn't always something that's clear or easy to define. Many people spend their whole lives searching for it. But when you start with love, kindness, and faith, you'll notice that your actions will naturally align with these values. Your purpose might not appear in the form of a large, world-changing mission, but it will show up in the small moments where you choose love over fear, peace over anger, and understanding over judgment. Elon Musk, like many successful people, has dedicated much of his life to advancing technology and space exploration. But through his encounter with Jesus, he was reminded that there's more to life than just pushing boundaries and achieving goals. There's the responsibility of sharing goodness and light with others. As he acknowledged, this message isn't about fame or status, it's about fulfilling a deeper calling that impacts everyone around you. As you go through your day-to-day life, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with what I believe? It could be as simple as how you treat others, how you choose to spend your time, or what kind of energy you bring to your relationship. Every action you take has an impact, and when it's driven by love and compassion, that impact becomes far-reaching. Living with purpose requires consistency. It's not enough to simply have an idea of what you should do, it's about committing to it each day, especially when it's difficult. Challenges will come, but remember that each moment is an opportunity to choose love, kindness, and faith. Even the hardest moments become easier when you know you're living true to your belief. It's easy to get distracted by the noise of the world. Work, social media, and external pressures often distract us from the deeper purpose that lies within. But when we take a moment to pause, reflect, and reconnect with what truly matters, we remember why we are here. The light we bring to the world is not just about how much we do, but about the intention behind it. And if the intention is love, it will resonate with others far beyond what we can see. Elon Musk's story is more than just an inspiring anecdote, it's a call to action. The world is in need of change, but that change starts with us. Each one of us has the power to create a ripple effect of positivity, love, and light. The question is, how will we answer that call? Throughout history, many great leaders, thinkers, and visionaries have come forward to inspire change. But what they all share is a common thread, a deep commitment to living with purpose and acting with integrity. Jesus' words to Elon Musk weren't meant to stand alone as a moment of personal enlightenment. They are meant to inspire action in each of us. It's easy to feel insignificant in the face of the world's problems. But the truth is, change doesn't have to come from a single leader or organization. It can come from the collective efforts of individuals who decide that they are going to make a difference. It's in the small acts that we can collectively change the world. The message is simple. If we want to see change in the world, we must first start with ourselves. We must choose to live in a way that reflects the love and light we want to see in others. It's about living with compassion, forgiveness, and an open heart. The more we act from a place of love, the more that love will spread. We don't need to wait for the perfect moment or a big opportunity. The world is full of small moments where we can choose to make a difference. It might be through a simple act of kindness, a conversation with a loved one, or helping someone in need. Every time we make that choice, we are contributing to the change we wish to see. Jesus' words to Elon Musk remind us that we don't have to do it alone. We are part of a larger community, a global family that has the capacity to create a better world. It begins with one person, but it doesn't end there. Each person we inspire becomes part of the movement, spreading light and love throughout the world. It is through our collective actions that we begin to build a world rooted in kindness, compassion, and unity. The message that Elon Musk received wasn't just for him, it's for all of us. It's a reminder that we are capable of creating real change, one step at a time. The world needs our light, and it's up to us to share it. As we reach the end of this story, we must reflect on the true meaning of what Elon Musk experienced. It wasn't about a single person's encounter with the divine, it was about all of us. The message of light, love, and faith is universal. It transcends all boundaries, all religions, and all cultures. What we do with this message is up to us. We can choose to let it inspire us, to change our own lives, and to spread that inspiration to others. Or we can ignore it. The choice is ours. But if we choose to act, if we choose to live with the light within us, we have the power to create a better world. We have the power to bring people together, to heal wounds, and to make a real, lasting difference. The message is clear. You are not alone. You have the light within you. You can make a difference, and together we can change the world. So, what will you do with your light? The time to act is now.